A very good morning to everyone. So, we'll say our week begins on Tuesday. So, let me ask you something, and I want you to actually think about it for a moment. Uh, when was the last time you felt truly alive doing what you do every day? Yes, what you do every day. Not just busy, not just ticking boxes, but genuinely deeply engaged. Where time flies and you think, हाँ यही तो चाहिए था मुझे. Yes, this is what I was meant for. And if that feeling feels like a distant memory or worse, something you've never experienced, then what I'm about to share is for you. Today, we are not talking about job hunting tips or resume hacks. We are talking about something far more powerful. We are talking about reinventing your career with courage. Yes. Each one of us, are at different junctures of our career. And sometimes we do feel dissatisfied or we feel stuck. So you were all told, the same story growing up. Study hard, get a good job, climb the ladder, retire. Simple, linear, safe. But here's the thing, that ladder, somebody quietly replaced it with a jungle gym. And the people thriving today, they are the ones who stopped looking for rungs and started swinging freely. See, careers are no longer straight lines. They are evolving journeys full of detours, pit stops, scenic routes, and the occasional U turn that ends up being the best decision you ever made. Let me tell you about Sunita. She's a school teacher from Pune who, at 38, decided she would spend enough years explaining photosynthesis to uninterested teenagers. She started quietly a YouTube channel teaching English to rural students. And today, she has 2 lakh subscribers and brands calling her. She didn't quit on day one. She started on a Tuesday evening between making dinner and helping her kids with homework. And let me tell you, if any one of you feels challenged creating videos for your own courses, you feel you don't look good, you don't look inspiring, लोग क्या कहेंगे? दैट इज वन थिंग. मैं ऐसी लगती हूँ, जिस दिन मैं सुंदर लगूंगी या लगूंगा उस दिन मैं वीडियोस बनाऊंगा. So let me tell you, go to YouTube and look for a channel, Dehati Madam. She's an English teacher from a rural area. Truly speaking, I shouldn't be judging her, but मेट्रो में रहने वाले लोगों का एक माइंडसेट होता है. एजुकेटेड लोग ऐसे दिखते हैं. एंड लेट मी टेल यू, शी डज नॉट फिट इन दैट फ्रेम. बट शी हैज मिलियंस ऑफ सब्सक्राइबर्स. तो उसके बाद मुझे याद है, मैंने सेजल जी को भी दिखाया था एक बार वो चैनल. But that is true. I would say I should appreciate her. She's an action taker. किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. उसको अपना काम करना था, and she did it. We update our phones without blinking. We switch to a new shampoo when the old one stops giving results. But somehow, when it comes to our own skills and paths, we say, Arey, I'm too old for this now. This is not my field. अब इस उम्र में सीखूंगी क्या? And meet Rakesh, 44, a sales manager at pharma company. When AI tools started taking over basic reporting, instead of panicking, Rakesh spent 40 minutes a day for 3 months learning data storytelling on YouTube. He's now the guy his company relies on to present strategy. Not because he became a data scientist, but because he became more valuable with one skill upgrade. And then there's Meera, 33, a homemaker in Jaipur. For 6 years, she ran an entire household, budget, logistics, people management, event planning, three kids' birthdays, two family weddings, a home renovation. And when her youngest started school, she sat down, listed everything she already knew how to do, and realized she was already a project manager. She didn't need to start from zero. She needed to simply name what she's already built. So, your life experience is a curriculum. It just doesn't come with a certificate yet. And now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds nice, but change is scary. You are right. But courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. Courage means asking the question even when the answer terrifies you. What if I fail? What will people say? What if I'm too late? But here's a quieter question. What if you don't even try? And 5 years from now, you're sitting in the same place asking the same what ifs. You know, there's a coach, in fact, a close friend of mine. When I started doing podcasting 3.5 years back, what he suggested, Kapil, don't leave it. Just keep on doing for at least 5 years and see the magic happening in your life. And let me tell you, it's 3.5 years, 1.5 years still to go by, but I'm beginning to feel that he was right. Life has begun to change for me. That's it. So, curiosity is the first act of courage. I, just kept on. There were times, of course, when I didn't feel like doing, but, जैसा कहते हैं, if for some act you don't feel motivated on a particular day, make sure उस दिन तो जरूर करना है. That is a simple trick to create consistency in your life. Of course, see, before the leap, there's always a question. What interests me? What did I love doing before life told me to be practical? What problem do I genuinely want to solve? Don't start with how do I reinvent? Start with what am I curious about? The path reveals itself from there. We've been sold a myth that learning has an expiry date, that after a certain age, the brain closes shop, falls, completely falls. Julia Child published her first cookbook at 49. Sudha Murthy started learning coding in her 40s, and closer to home, your own neighbor, the one who started doing digital marketing for local business at 52, just to see if it works. And she's now training others. So, learning today is remarkably accessible. YouTube, Coursera, free certification programs, WhatsApp communities. Knowledge has never been this democratized in human history. And the only thing standing between you and a new skill is not age, not money, and not time. It's the decision to begin. So there's a beautiful concept in Japanese philosophy called ikigai, your reason for being. The sweet spot where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be valued for all overlap. And most of us were handed a map for someone else's journey. So today is the day you start drawing your own. You're not too old, you're not too far behind, and you're not too ordinary. You're simply at the beginning of a chapter that hasn't been written yet, and the pen is in your hand. I want you to do two things today, right now, in this room, and they'll take less than 5 minutes combined. Yes. Step one, write down one skill your future self needs. Please take out a pen and paper and write it down. One skill your future self needs, not someday skill, real specific skill, like, let's say, learn video editing, understand personal finance, get comfortable with public speaking, learn basic coding. It can be anything, just one skill. And step two, research the first learning step today, not tomorrow, today. Google one course, watch one YouTube video, send one message to someone who already has the skill. Because reinvention doesn't happen in dramatic movie style moments, it happens in small, consistent acts of quiet courage. On a Tuesday evening, between life's noise, when you chose yourself. So your journey doesn't need a perfect start. It just needs a start. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.